Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is called YouTube Made Me Buy It. Honestly, YouTube Made Me Buy It is a phrase that I could attribute to everything in my makeup collection because watching YouTube videos is the reason that I got into makeup in the first place. However, the products that I mentioned in this video are just specific things that I remember watching a video and saying, oh, I need that, and then I went and bought it at Sephora or Ulta or Amazon or wherever I bought it. So basically what I'm going to be doing is going through my collection, showing you things that YouTube made me buy, and then saying whether or not they were worth the hype. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know what YouTube made you buy. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So we all know this one is the palette of 2016. This was on everyone's favorite lists for their favorites of 2016 videos, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I fell in love the moment I saw this like pink velvet outer, which does get dirty pretty easily, but if you keep it in its box like I do, it stays clean. There's a gorgeous assortment of warm toned shades. We have warm toned neutrals, orangey shades, and then some gorgeous berries and reds. This palette was everyone's favorite in 2016, and for good reason. The formula of these shadows is absolutely beautiful. They're really creamy, very blendable and pigmented. There is a little bit of fallout and kick up if you don't dust off the brush before you apply it to your eyes, but that's easy. You just tap off the brush on the side of the palette and you're fine. I know it probably hasn't looked like it, but this has been loved so much by me. I absolutely love this, and I'm so happy that Anastasia has made this permanent in her collection because I'm definitely going to be picking up another one when I run out of this. This was definitely worth the hype for me. It was the palette of 2016, and it's probably one of my top 3 favorite palettes in my entire collection. Speaking of warm tone neutral palettes, there's another palette that just took YouTube by storm, and everyone was talking about it, and if it wasn't for YouTube, I'd never have bought this palette. This is the Morphe 35O palette, and these are what the colors look like. So, kind of like the Modern Renaissance, a lot of warm tone neutrals, except there's no like berry tone shades in it. It's mostly oranges, and there's a lot of like pretty gold shimmers in there too. I know there's a lot of controversy around Morphe happening right now, which honestly I think is stupid. I'm not going to get into it right now, maybe in a future video, but in my personal opinion, I do find Morphe products to be pretty high quality and very great quality for the price. I believe this was $22 or $23, around that price range, and you get 35 shades. So each shade is like less than $1, and these are pretty decent sized pans. As you can see, I've not hit pan on any of these, but I do reach for this very often. Other palettes I might have in my collection, I just forget about them. I never ever forget about this. I use this probably once a week at least. Very pigmented, very blendable, great quality shadows, amazing price. I'm definitely going to be picking up from Morphe. Their products do happen to work for me, and yeah, this palette was something YouTube made me buy, and I can say that it was definitely worth it for me. Alright, this next one is a product that kind of breaks my heart because this is the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I absolutely love this lipstick, first off, let me just say that. However, I can't use it because I'm allergic to it, and the way that I found out that I was allergic to this was kind of devastating. I was in Ireland this spring break, and I went to Brown Thomas, which is basically the equivalent of Neiman Marcus here in the States, but it's a very high-end luxury department store. And they had a Charlotte Tilbury counter. So I went over there and I saw this beautiful lipstick. This is the shade Red Carpet Red. It's a matte lipstick. It smells amazing. And I wore it, I think, for 2 days in Ireland. Obviously, it's very cold during spring in Ireland. So I was wearing this for 2 days, I believe. I loved the formula, the color. It lasted very long on the lips. I can tell that it's a great formula just from the 2 days that I used it. However, my lips started cracking and they got infected. And to spare you, like, I don't want to tell you all the gross details, but there was pus and blood. It was nasty. Anyways, so I figured it's probably because it's really cold here, and that's like my lips aren't properly moisturized. They're really cold. They're cracking in the cold weather. That's why. So when I got home to California, I tried this out again. Same thing happened. It wasn't the cold weather. It was the lipstick. So I can't use this. I know that the formula is amazing. So for anyone who's not allergic to it, I envy you so much because this is an amazing lipstick. I love the packaging. I love Charlotte Tilbury's products. I have some of her eyeshadow palettes. Amazing. But this, this breaks my heart. So for me, no, YouTube made me buy it, but it was not worth it. But it's a great formula, I can tell, and I think it'd be worth it for anyone else, just not me. So the next thing that YouTube made me buy was this Tarte Drink of H2O Moisturizing Balm. So I saw Roxana Ariza talking about this in one of her favorites videos, and she was using this as a substitute for primer. Basically, she would just put this on her skin and it dries down to a tacky finish, and she'd just put a foundation over it and use it as a primer. And I thought that was interesting because primers usually feel very heavy on my skin, and I wanted something that was light and moisturizing and hydrating on my skin. So I tried this out. It does dry down to a tacky finish, and I've noticed that my foundation does act like as though I'm using a primer. So this is a great solution. It's $39, which is a lot for a moisturizer. However, it's a very large container of moisturizer. I only use a little bit. A little goes a long way, and it's just amazing. It smells great, it feels amazing on the skin, and it's done some great things in hydrating and caring for my skin. So this, I would say, YouTube made me buy it, and it is worth the hype. I love this. Alright, I'm going to cause some controversy right now. This product is something literally everybody uses. Literally everybody uses this. And it's the Beauty Blender. Okay, so I used this to death. This was my first Beauty Blender ever. I used it until the tip fell off. You can see the tip is gone. And this is a $22 sponge. And like, that's a little expensive for a sponge. So I needed a replacement, and I was at Ulta, and instead of getting a Beauty Blender, I got the Real Technique sponge. And I like this so much more than the Beauty Blender. I feel like the Beauty Blender soaks up more product. You're wasting a lot more foundation. Especially, I use liquid foundation most of the time, so this was soaking up way too much product for me, and I wasn't getting my money's worth out of product. And then the Real Technique sponge, I like that it has this flat edge here, so you can, I just like that a lot better for blending in your foundation. And then I like the tip, which the Beauty Blender also had, but now doesn't. So for me, this is $7, this is $22. This does as great of a job, if not better, than the Beauty Blender, so I'm definitely going to be buying the Real Technique sponge from now on. And Beauty Blender, it's an essential tool. I do believe in the power of the beauty sponge. I just like this one more, so for me, this is not worth the hype. Yeah. So a combination of my best friend and YouTube made me buy this beauty product, and this was the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This also was the product of 2016, right along with the Modern Renaissance. Everyone has this in their favorites video, and for good reason. This is probably the best concealer I've ever used in my entire life. Very full coverage, very pigmented, very matte. It dries down very quickly, so you have to act fast with your beauty sponge. Use a damp beauty sponge to blend it out. And this, in my opinion, even though it's very full coverage, it doesn't feel excessively heavy. It doesn't crease. You could go without setting it. I still set it because I set my concealer, that's just what I do. But you could not set it and you'd be totally fine. This is just amazing. This is magical. I'm a student. I'm an AP student at that. But I'm a student. I take very rigorous courses. I barely get enough sleep. I'm so tired all the time. And I have hella dark circles. So the fact that this can make my under eye area just look airbrushed and perfect, that's amazing to me. And this is $25, and I'm willing to splurge out a little bit more on face products, which you'll see in another product that's later in this video. But this is amazing. This is like God's potion. I love this concealer. So this is definitely worth the hype for me. So Kylie Jenner broke the internet when she released her Kylie Cosmetics line. I have 4 lip products from her. I have a gloss, I have this metal from her holiday collection, and then I have 2 mini mattes. One of them is completely used up and the other one is somewhere else. I can't find it. Anyways, I'll just start each product. The glosses I do like. They're $15, which is like pretty good price for a high-end gloss. I like them. They're long wearing, they're pigmented, they're glossy. They're just great colors, and they're not drying or anything. I like the formula a lot, so I would totally buy her glosses again. I like that. This is a metal liquid lipstick that I got from her holiday collection. Honestly, I don't like the look of metallic lips that much. I would probably wear this color only on like Christmas or whatever. This is called Dancer, I believe. And it's pretty. I would wear this during like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's, and that's pretty much it. I would like never wear that outside of those holidays. I do like the light colored matte liquid lipsticks. They're pigmented, they dry down fast, they're long wearing. I used Kristen Up completely. That was a really beautiful color, unlike anything I had in my collection. And I used it up completely, so I don't have that anymore, and I would totally buy that again. However, I also bought Love Bite, which is like this plummy, dark shade. And her dark colors, you can't get them off your lips. Like, I would go in hard with a heavy-duty oil remover on my lips, and I would still have stained dark lips for the next 2 days. I'd have to wear like red lipstick to cover up the stains from the Kylie lipstick. So I don't like her dark matte liquid lipsticks. Her light ones are pretty good. The formula is drying, nothing really special or anything. So I would say no, not totally worth the hype that it received. But it's Kylie Jenner, everyone's gonna buy her stuff no matter what she puts out, so yeah. So these lippies I actually bought as a dupe for the Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, and these are the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. So I have the shades Abu Dhabi and Stockholm. So many YouTubers absolutely love these lip creams. I saw somebody who actually had the entire set, the entire color range, and I was like, wow, that's devotion. To me, honestly, these are nothing special. They are $6 and they perform pretty well for like a $6 liquid lipstick. I believe they're $6, yeah. Anyways, these perform very well for a drugstore liquid lipstick. They're not dry, they're not like overly drying. They dry down to a pretty good matte finish. These were just nothing special to me. They didn't last the entire day. I had to reapply. So the Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipsticks have much more lasting power than those, but these, I don't know, I just wasn't really wowed by these. They're not my favorite. I have other liquid lipsticks from the drugstore that I like a lot more. I like the BH Cosmetics liquid lipstick. So yeah, these are okay. I would use them again. I keep these and I use these sometimes, but I have to take them along with me to do touch-ups throughout the day, and that's not my favorite thing to do. And I don't know, they just didn't really wow me like everyone was saying they would, so these were not worth the hype for me. However, I'd probably buy more, especially if these went like on sale or something. As I was saying earlier, I'm usually willing to splurge out on products for my face because I believe that like a good base of foundation and concealer and powder and everything, that's very important to having a good makeup day. So I splurged out, alright. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. This is $46, and to quote Kathleen Lights, that's expensive. I'm in the color Bisque, very light. So basically it's a stick foundation, which I was never really into that much, but I saw everyone raving about this. You twist it up, it's in like a triangle, and you just go swish, 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 or you can dot it like that. This is $46, which is a good $10 over what a standard high-end foundation might cost, so it's not that much more expensive. It's not like La Mer or anything, but it's still pretty pricey. And then for a stick foundation, you're getting a little bit less product than what you might get in a liquid foundation. So it's like, this better be amazing foundation, and it is. It's beautiful. Like, it's the best foundation I've ever used probably. It's right up there with my Ride or Die foundation, which is like the Tarte Water Foundation, and I think those are like neck and neck. So this might be my new favorite foundation. I'm wearing it today. Every single time I wear this, without fail, I will have a good makeup day. It's just beautiful. The finish is great. I'd say it's like a medium coverage, but you can build it up to heavy coverage or full coverage, and you can blend it out for light coverage. So it can fit any need. And now I'm kind of sad because now I'm hooked on a $46 foundation, and this is going to be so expensive when I need a refill because I'm going to use this thing up in no time. But yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. I recommend this to everyone. They have a great shade range. I think you'd have no problem finding your shade in this foundation. And yeah, I absolutely love this foundation. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Last thing. If you watched my eyeshadow palette collection video, which you should, it's like the most popular video on my channel to date, which is not really saying anything because I've only done like 4 or 5 videos on my channel. But you guys know that I had some choice words about the Naked palettes. Honestly, they're not my favorite. That being said, I have 4 of them, and I liked half of those. I like 2 of those 4 palettes, so I'm going to show you those now. This is the one that actually a lot of YouTubers don't like and wasn't receiving a ton of hype, and this is the Naked Basics. This is the original Naked Basics, not the Naked Basics 2, which I probably won't get because it's basically the same colors as these but a little cooler. This I love, actually. The formula of these shadows is very good. There's not too much fallout. They're pretty pigmented. I like taking this anywhere I go traveling, just for a really good basic clean look. These are great essential colors to have, and this is $29. I just picked it up because I was in the Sephora checkout line, and that line always gets me. So I love this palette, and I know a lot of people don't like this palette for whatever reason. I think it's a great little starter palette or essentials palette, whatever you want to call it. This is the one that's receiving a lot of hype right now. I got this on early release. This is not out yet as I'm filming this, and this is the Naked Heat palette. So when I filmed the eyeshadow palette collection video, the Naked Heat wasn't even announced yet, and I was so sure so sure that I was never ever going to pick up another Naked palette because I just did not like 1, 2, 3, and Smoky. So when the pictures came out for this, I was like, whoa, that is beautiful. One of my main gripes about the Naked palettes was that there are too many shimmers and not enough mattes, and in this one, the shades are mostly matte. So I was really happy about that. And I was just looking at those shades. You know that I'm a warm tones girl. I live for these shades. So when I saw these shades, I was like, okay, yeah, it's happening. And I just wanted to give Urban Decay another chance, and they wowed me. They hit it out of the park with this one for me. This is receiving all the hype right now, and it definitely deserves it because this is just so good. Oh my gosh, mwah. I lift lipstick on it. That's how much I like it. Naked 2. So I never reach for this. Mainly, okay, part of this is my fault because this is a cool tones palette and I'm not a cool tones girl. But also, there are 3 matte shades in here. In a palette with 12 shades, there are 3 matte shades in here. And the shimmer shades, gorgeous when you swatch them, but they have a ton of fallout, so you either have to do your makeup first on your eyes, or you'd have to just be super, super careful. And I feel like if you're paying $52 or whatever for an eyeshadow palette, for a high-end eyeshadow palette, there shouldn't be that much fallout like there is in here. Also, you can't really create a full look with this unless you want to put glitters in the crease, which isn't, like, not the worst thing you could do. I mean, glitters in the crease, if you want to do it, you do you. It's not like a rule or anything, but I like mattes in my crease. There's 3 mattes in here. Not living for this palette. So the Naked 2, I can tolerate, but Naked Smoky, no. These shades, again, I have the same gripes that I did with the Naked 2. There's not enough mattes in here, too many shimmers. I don't have like a good crease shade because there's this like gold shade. If that was matte, I would use that as a crease shade. But then the other crease shade would be like this combust shade, and that's a good crease shade for maybe like very, very light skin tone people, like my best friend. She's super light. She could use that as a crease shade and she'd be fine, but I can't use it because it's literally the color of my skin. And another gripe that I have with this palette is the fact that these colors, you might be able to apply them on your eyes and they'll look great, but within an hour, I guarantee you, your eyeshadow will look muddy. And it's just, I'm not a fan of this. This palette was very disappointing to me, and this was like, okay, yeah, probably never gonna pick up another Naked palette again. Wrong, I picked up this, and it's beautiful, I love it. So, this, with the hype for me. This didn't even get enough hype for me. These, which I feel like are the ones that people recommend and like talk about how they're the holy grail palettes, these are just not worth it for me at all. I'm sorry. If you like the Naked palettes and you can get them to work for you, that's great. I don't love them except for, you know, these ones, but yeah. That is it, you guys. Those are the products that YouTube made me buy. Again, these are just my opinions. If I said I don't like one of the products and it wasn't worth it for me, but you love that product, you keep loving that product, and I'm so happy for you that it worked for you. These just did not work for me, or just were disappointing for me, or in some way or shape or form. So yeah, those are the products that YouTube made me buy. I had a lot of fun filming this video, so if you'd like to see a part 2, just let me know and I will film it, because I could probably do this with my entire makeup collection. I could do one completely drugstore, I could do one completely foundation probably, I could do one anything. I could do one all eyeshadow palettes, I could do anything. So let me know if you'd like to see another version of this video, because I would really, 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 really love to film it for you. And yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the button below to subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like to see another one of these videos. And until next time, if you made it till the very end of this video, I love you. Goodbye. They're really pigmented. They're really pigmented. This was everyone's favorite product.